Hello everyone, it's Maureen. I have something beautiful to share. It is this here. And as you may see, it says that it is a letter from the Inspiration Fairy. And there are these beautiful images here that may give away a little bit what this is all about. Let me tell you. Now, a while ago, I heard these words in my head, a letter from the Inspiration Fairy, and at that time I didn't really know what to do with that, but I could sense that it was important in some way. So I jotted down the words in a notebook that I keep, where I put down these little snippets that pop up in my mind. And over the weeks that followed, this phrase kept returning to me. It whispered, it asked for my attention, and after turning it down a few times, it slowly started to dawn on me that this was indeed a calling from the Inspiration Fairy herself. Now she kept returning to me. She softly whispered only that first phrase, and each time she whispered, I could sense little bits of what would be her wish, what she meant with the words she gave me. And I kindly told her that I wasn't ready, that I was afraid to disappoint her in how I would go about giving this a voice. Until now, a long conversation with a dear friend made me realize that this isn't for me to decline. It isn't for me to keep for myself. And I also realized that this here is my pitfall. I am trying to be perfect. I'm trying to be ready, whatever that is. And it's just best to start, to surrender. So here I go. A letter from the Inspiration Fairy. Now, what does that mean? Well, as far as I can tell, at this moment, it means that I want to be an inspiration for you, you journaling friends of mine. It means give images and words to work with, so others are inspired to work in their own journal. And it means to provide an insight into my creative process. So, I heard a sparkling laughter echoing somewhere in my mind as I write this letter to you. When I sat down to write down all these words, she laughed. The fairy is so happy that we will now create this letter to you together. I sincerely hope it will bring you joy and a spark of inspiration, like this spark here. Now, what is that? Inspiration? It may well be the most elusive thing on this planet. Inspiration. We all know you can't force it. You can't conjure it up just like that. It has to strike or hit you like a lightning bolt. And if that doesn't happen, well, then you can't be creative. Or so we might think. I disagree kindly. The first thing I learned myself is not to take it too seriously. That sudden stroke of inspiration can be teeny, teeny, tiny, but hugely effective. But Maureen, what do you mean by that? You may ask. Well, take a look at that photo here on the opposite page. You see? That alone can be the spark that you need. Now, let's agree for a moment that we believe that a little magic exists, okay? So now open up your senses and listen to what the photo whispers to you. Because she does. She whispers and you can hear it. It could be, oh, I really miss working with soft colors. Or it could be, oh, I can write about my lazy morning. It can also be, yes, I want to ask my aunt about that yummy recipe with pumpkins. Do you see? Do you start to understand what I mean? Good. Now it's your turn. Jot down that very thing that instantly came to your mind as I showed you this picture. But how do I listen? It dawned on me that there is a third definition of inspiration, apart from these first two that are here. There is a third definition, and that says that inspiration is the drawing of breath, inhalation. Now you remember how I said that I shouldn't take this too seriously? Well, if I can't hear the whispers, it undoubtedly means that I am too much in my head. That state where I think, I analyze, I want to be perfect, I want to be like so and so. Taking a deep breath reminds me, it brings me back to the state where I can listen from my heart, where I can quiet my mind, if even for just a little while. Trust me, I honestly know how difficult that can be. Yet, at the same time, it can be so easy. Breathe and promise yourself that you can be free like a child, that you can just be you for a while. Now it's time to go and play in your journal. With all of this, what I have told you, and all the images that I've shown you, you can do what you like to do most. Personally, I love to make small collages in a journal that I create myself, a junk journal with lots of pretty papers in them, found in old books, combined with digital papers and coffee-dyed papers. I do also have a journal that I keep where I only write. Well, I do make it a little prettier with some stickers or a brush pen, but nothing fancy. The focus is writing. In a future letter from the Inspiration Faery, she would love to tell you more about the writing practice. But today, she's whispering things about giving you some elements to play with, ideas that can spark your creativity. So, here are some inspiration sparkles. What will you create today? Close your eyes for a moment and pick a number between 1 and 10. Yeah? Close your eyes. Pick any number, 1 to 10. You have it? Good. Now look and see here what you can create today. And you may cheat, of course. Nobody's watching you. So let's say you chose number 4. That means that you will make a 1, 2, 3, 4, a journaling card. And if you want to, you can, of course, use this little snippet here as a starter. Now, I know that some of you like some prompts to work with. And here are 3 things that you can use in your creation, in the creation of your journaling card, for example. And the things that the fairy and I came up with are to use a light background, to incorporate a woodland animal, to do something with a postcard. You could, of course, make your own. And as a bonus, you can use a dictionary page. And isn't that lovely? So that's it. Now, if you download the PDF version of this inspiration letter from my Gumroad shop, you will get this beautiful paper as a free bonus. You can print it and use it in your journal or your paper project that you have on hand. And that's what I wanted to tell you. This is the letter from the Inspiration Fairy. And, well, thank you for watching. I hope you like it. And I hope it has given you that little spark of inspiration to be creative today. Thank you. Bye bye. I love you guys.